Good afternoon, everyone. Starting off with our Skycam over in Tyler on Broadway, because we have some cumulus clouds out there, but these are not the clouds that are going to turn into cumulus nimbus clouds, which is something that we want to look for tomorrow when we have the potential for severe weather to develop. So right now we had some clearing. It was a thicker cloud deck this morning, giving us more of an overcast look. Now we have those updrafts allowing these puffy little clouds to form. They're not posing a threat, though. When these get stacked higher and higher in the atmosphere and become darker, well, that's when you have severe weather coming into play. But for today, we just have dewy, moist air on top of our region. And I know a lot of people don't like that word, but there's no other way to put it. We are saturated, my friends. We have dew points in the 70s. And guess what? They're going to remain that way as we go into tomorrow morning. So why do I bring this up? Well, all that humid air, that's going to allow that buoyancy or vertical lift for those storms to form tomorrow. That's just one of the factors, because we already have that right now. We just went over that with the clouds. We have that lift. We have that buoyancy. But what else is the driving force here? Well, as we go into this system, this is the HRRR. We went over this earlier in this morning's shows. The HRRR model we like because it's updated hourly, and it gives us a nice idea in these near-term forecasts. So you see this line starting to enter into the region. Now, this did bump up the timing a little bit. 11 a.m. We're starting to see a few ambitious storms. These look like they're kind of lone rangers ahead of the main line. Those lone rangers could produce some hail and gusty winds, though. As we move into the afternoon, the peak heating hours, that's when we're starting to see more widespread thunderstorm activity, and we could have a squall line set up. Within that line, we could have damaging winds 70 miles per hour or greater. Of course, large hail. Remember, updrafts lead to hail forming, and of course, a spin up or two definitely possible, especially if we get anything groovy breaking off from this main line. Those tornadoes can form from those supercells kind of going rogue from that line. So, and remember, in April, we have evidence from several storms that straight line wind damage can be just as damaging as tornadic storms. So, in addition to the storms that we are expecting for tomorrow afternoon, we also have excessive rainfall. So the SPC did issue a slight risk of excessive rainfall for especially our far northern zones. And that just means that we could have upwards of 3 inches, maybe even 4 in some spots of rain. That could lead to minor flooding issues, localized flooding issues. So in a nutshell here, the Storm Prediction Center did issue us an enhanced risk. That's 3 out of 5 for tomorrow due to that severe weather that's expected. As far as the last couple hours here, the clouds have been mixing out nicely. There's that system that was coming out from DFW that I said a few storms may spawn from for today. I think that probability did drop, so that's some good news. Most of us will be dry, just muggy with temperatures in the upper 80s. Remember to have more than one way to get severe weather information come tomorrow. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast brought to you by Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital.